Hey everybody, so we are almost to the end of working on this discrete tab. It's pretty neat what we can do. Basically, you can record stuff. Oh, well, it's more to the JavaScript party. My buddy Rat back there. Sometimes she's feisty, sometimes she's not. You never know. She was very quiet in the video I just got done doing a few minutes ago. But anyways, this is pretty neat. You can come in here and you can say something like, um, hello, and then it tells you like, oh, it thinks that you it's listening for English US, which is something we set, and we said we could have five up to 21 things back, and it thinks that I said maybe five things. Now in English, it tends to give awkward spellings. So yeah, see, like hello with a W, I might have said hello with a S at the end, or hello with five O's or six O's. And it's all pretty confident on that. But if I can also, one of the neat things I could do is I come in here and I can select a language. So I'm going to say ESMX for Mexican. And I'll close this up and I'll try it again. Hola. I believe hello and hola are the same thing. It only got one back. Hola. So this thing that it does with these alternate spellings seems to be a US only thing, and it's maybe just this operating system. I'm using Windows, and that didn't used to happen with English, but it started happening probably a month or two ago. But one thing that I realized, as I was using this tool, was that uh, this language doesn't really work. I would like to actually see the like Mexican language or something like that. Um, so that is the mission, is to create that. So I think the easiest thing is probably the okay. So easiest thing would be like kind of set up a dictionary inside of the component, and then have it look and have it just print that out. The problem is then if I need that spelling some other place, then I'll end up having to build something out. So the more sort of scalable way to do it would be to make this language list um, a list of objects. I believe it's a list of strings right now. And this is the kind of thing that used to be just so hard to do back in the day before TypeScript. But what I would like to do now is go into my speech service, and I'm just going to use this as a shortcut to get there. Um, I believe in here we have like a list of supported languages, and it's a string. And it would probably the best way to do this would be to change this from an array of strings to an array of language objects that have the name of the language and the name of and the code. So do I have what? So my next question is, do I have a place that I put interfaces? I don't see any. Well, discrete result, and so yeah, these voice interfaces. So I have a folder called interfaces. Yeah, navigation and voice. Navigation. Kind of just want to throw something in here in voice, but I guess that doesn't. And I do want to be able to have access to it, so I guess I want to create a new interface. So let's go into our package. .json and voice interface, and I guess I want to do interfaces for language. Language. And then I'm just going to run it, and I want to see a new file show up in there. And it's, I think it's just going to be an empty file, but npm run lang interface. I don't know what just happened. Interfaces. That error up there confused the heck out of me. All right, so in here, basically, a language is going to have a code. I think it's called a code. Hit Alt back so I can. Yeah, I guess we'd call that a code, and then the name, code and name. So and they're both strings. I'm trying to put semicolons at the end of all these. It's kind of like weird because like you don't have to put anything. You could put semicolons, you could put commas. I don't know. I think there may be other stuff too. So it is very strange. So I'm trying to get into a consistency, and I guess the consistent way would be like for the semicolons. So now over in our service, speech service, there's a way to it. We want this to be a language. And yeah, I like seeing this blue on here because that means it knows, they think that they know. And then we're going to change this to, oh, this is a language. And then I have no idea what kind of things we might end up with, issues we might end up with for changing this from a primitive to a object. We may run into some issues. So code and comma and then name. And so, like, yeah, and so that is kind of weird. So these are just, this is static lookup. So right now I can, instead of this, I can just say discrete language. But okay, let's take a step back. And actually, okay, so let's say I had this, right? This is kind of important. And let's do this to string. I think I'm going to end on this because I think this is super, super important. Because nothing is broken yet, right? We have not. Okay, save. Okay, Okay, I think this is. I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to demonstrate it, but I think it's super important. So this, like, if you did this, can I say this? Okay. So if you do this, and then let's say you change this value, it does not change this value because these are primitives. But if you would, so, but when I change this now to, let's see, Control Z, um, now if I have this in here and I change this, it changes the one in here because, not now, but when I turn this into an object instead of a string. Now, changing this one up top will change this one too. Um, so if later on you say, oh, now discrete language is a different language, you will, well, if you modify the value inside of this one, it will modify the value inside of that one. If you actually reassign it to a whole different one, then no, I don't think. But modifying it would happen in both places, and that's where you get a lot of really weird bugs in. I'm going to leave this as a string. I know I'm going back and forth. And I'm going to change my language up, change that to a language. I just don't want to get too many, like break a whole bunch of things all at once, because this is going to break things. But doing it just to this one will break some things, and then when I make the list, it'll break other things. So name. English. US. So let's see what breaks. Okay. We're going to have some, I think we'll have some real time breakages too, not just compiler breakages. Okay, so update discrete lang. So we just get the language from this call, but we set this, we need to set this, I guess, to be a language object. This lan. And this signal's also gonna be a problem. Okay, so let's see where update discrete language gets called. I don't think we're going to be able to. I think this is going to be something I want to take on tomorrow. Result stock language. So this is the only place we did it. We do it, and it's from the configuration form. So the form sends this out, and it basically sends out a string, which is probably what we, well, the problem is in the form we want to be able to show both. So, all right, I'm going to call it at that spot because I just think this is a lot. I'm not quite exactly sure how to deal with it at this like what the best approach to dealing with this is. I do think I want to fix it, like, I want to fix it. I want to first get this one sort of, I guess, objectized, and then and fix anything that comes around that, and then update this list. And see, oh man, this is where it's such a pain, right? Because it's like this should be a super simple thing. It's just, hey, you just show a list of things. And now I'm thinking that maybe I need, maybe, okay, so basically I guess I need to do the lookup here. Okay, I want to change gears and say like private lang map, which is going to be a, like, how do you key? Oh man, I know, let's see. Um, uh, anyways, you know what? So tomorrow, I want to create a map here, and whoever needs it, we can just they can get, like, if you want them, you'll just use this as a mapping. So you'll send ENUS and it'll return the language, the language for it. And then maybe we'll have a list of languages that this supported languages gets populated from. And then the lang map has that, you know, something like that. Anyways, everybody, happy coding. Bye.